of considerable storage in the wood.
Many of these complete camera outfits by Kodak.
We changed to protect the innocent.
When we're asleep, our mind can do almost anything.
Well, I've seen too much. Well, we'll try and keep up.
America, the modern day. The year is 2021, and now more than ever, we bury our stresses and worries into the most dominant form of escapism: entertainment and media. We as Americans consume this media on an average of 463 minutes, or over 7.5 hours a day.
Americans are infatuated with media and entertainment because it's an escape. I think a lot of us, especially in our culture, work a lot. Like you see people working, over 40 hours a week in a lot of cases. And so when they get done with that, they just want to chill and relax and unwind. And I think media, movies, concerts, sporting events are the way most people do that. Just because you can just sit there and not have to think, not have to, you can almost just get out into another world for those, couple hours.
So it's safe to say that many would consider entertainment to be a crucial part of their lives. But where did this infatuation with entertainment begin, and how has it influenced the American people as a society? To find that answer, we need to take a peek at 2 points in American history where culture was booming. The Roaring '20s were a defining decade of American culture. At this moment in history, American entertainment has solidified itself as a part of society, with television and film along with it.
So I think the 20s really are significant to the film industry just because that's where things started. And ultimately, as silent films got more sophisticated, we see the birth of Hollywood. And then as you move into the 30s and 40s, Hollywood becomes the home of, MGM and the other big, sort of production companies. And so pretty much they ran Hollywood.
The creation of the silent film and pre-talkies helped to elevate American TV and film to a brand new level. This is the beginning of TV and film's massive implications on American society. Flash forward 2 decades later, and America is involved in one of the most well-known wars in history: World War II. During this period, where patriotism must remain at an all-time high, a method is used to persuade Americans to support and fund the war. This method is called propaganda.
You have icons and characters. So take Disney, for instance. If you go back into the archives of Disneyana, you'll see Donald Duck going into the army. You'll see Bugs Bunny cartoons of them, beating up Hitler. But you'll also see a lot of racist stuff as well. You'll see a lot of characters and a lot of representations and stereotypes being stepped over too, in regards especially to Japanese, right? Because of World War II and them bombing Pearl Harbor. So, propaganda is vastly important because we start seeing how much movies and then eventually television shape how we think and how we feel about certain things.
Propaganda was implemented through the usage of posters, messages, war bonds, and film. In films such as I Was a Male War Bride, The Dam Busters, and Days of Glory, the war was portrayed as a necessity to battle against the likes of Nazi Germany and the Axis powers in an attempt to instill justification and support. It worked. Back to the modern day, we find that Americans continue to consume entertainment media, whether it be television or film, on a day-to-day basis. But has the industry evolved or regressed back to its more primordial roots?
I think that ship has sailed. I think, this sounds terrible, but there's almost a virtual brainwash in society. I think that if you slap a new and improved label on something and you put the right campaign around it and you put the right colors and the right music and they get the right person to endorse it, it's gonna make its mark and it's going to do what it was designed to do. And I'm talking from a vast population consensus. There might be some people like, oh, just because you put a celebrity on there doesn't mean. But if you've got three things to choose from, one of them is endorsed by a celebrity that's on a show you love, studies have shown you will lean towards that product. They don't do it just for kicks and giggles. They don't spend millions of dollars trying to get a celebrity endorsement because you don't care. Let's put it that way. I often equate it to casinos don't make money because everybody wins.
Whether you believe propaganda is prominent in modern entertainment or not, it will always be there regardless, leaving American society the choice to be aware of its presence and implications in our lives.